behind the scenes with future country rock blues kings and queens. Discover them first with Palm Mash TV. Palm Mash TV.
Well, hello there, it's Paul Mash TV time again. Thank you so much for joining us. We've got a great interview coming up for you in just a couple moments. But before we get into that, don't forget to click that subscribe button and click the bell. And you're always going to get the latest interviews whenever available. And we have a comment section, obviously. Leave a comment there. We'd love to hear from you there. And if you're on Facebook, go to facebook.com/Paul Mash TV. And, just comment on everything you see there. Send us an inbox, like the page. And we'd love to hear from you there. And we'd also love to hear from you by email. That's paulmashtv, all one word, @gmail.com. And if you're a band or a solo artist and want to be on the show, you can use that. Or if you're just simply a fan, we'd love to hear from you fans out there. So send us a line and we'd love to hear from you. And we're going to recap all of this at the closing credits at the end of the show. So stay tuned for that. In just a moment, we're going to be having Alexis Williams, who's been on our show before, and a lady by the name of Charlie C. They're both deal with contracts and other things and grants, and I think you're really going to be educated on all this stuff and how you can contact them to get your you as a contractor a grant on your band or solo artist and so forth. And they're going to explain all that on how to do it, and we'll get to that just momentarily. But first, here's a word from Smile World TV. So don't go away. We'll be right back.
Take a look at all of the types of shows we're seeking. Let us help you share your creativity. For more information, email us at smilepublishing007@gmail.com, or you can visit our website, swtvgetyourchannel.now.site.
Okay, everybody, it's time for interview time, and with us we have Alexis Williams and Charlie C. with us. Thanks for joining us, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
Thank
Paul.
you for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. And I don't know if anybody out there remembers, but we actually interviewed Alexis about 2 or 3 years ago on my show. And but on this show episode, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to be talking about recording contracts and so forth, and we're going to let them take over. So tell us a little bit about your business there, Charlie.
Well, my business name is Broad Contracting Services Incorporated. We're located in New York State, New York City specifically. And what we do is that we help small businesses or entrepreneurs, anyone that's looking to get into government contracting or getting certified through the government, which is, MWBE, WASB, economically disadvantaged, any sort of status that they qualify under. It's a very tedious process. So we provide virtual assistance throughout the entire thing, and we kind of help you achieve and secure these contracts should you desire to do that.
Okay, well, that sounds good. We'll be getting a little bit more into that because we got a little video that we're going to show. Can you explain a little bit about how that works, though? I mean, can somebody just contact you through your email or maybe through your website, or?
Yeah, so my website is actually under construction at the moment, but it is www.broadcontracts.com. And you can reach me at Charlie, CHARLIE, @broadcontracts.com. And my phone number is 302-442-2009. If you have any questions, you can go ahead and send me a text, or you can send me an email. As I stated, the website is under construction, and as soon as that's ready to go, I'll launch it.
Okay.
Awesome.
Well, I hope everybody out there heard that. Get out there and contact them and get some contracts ready, and they'll be more than happy to help you with it. And I know that Alexis has some things to add to that, right?
Yeah, she actually.
Yes, I
definitely do.
do.
She's very talented at what she does. I would love to hear what she has to say about it, because she's a master at what she does.
Thank you. I appreciate that. So, Paul, thank you for having me on your show. And so, our whole objective for being on here tonight is to just shed light on opportunities that can be missed out that people don't know that's out there. And so, for me, I do grant writing, and I've partnered up with Charlie because I do know a little bit about the contract side. And we just want to bring that to the masses so you're well aware of opportunities that are out there. And I know that most of your listeners are artists, people who love music, people who may teach, who may have a gift or idea for a community program. And so these things, guys, will fit in your wheelhouse. If you didn't think, oh, I can get funding for the government to be able to do a legit business, you have to be in business for a while. And for those who are thinking about helping their community and want to see a change, we're definitely here to be able to help you set up Grants by Lexi for your nonprofit organization, whether you need structuring to take the headache and the hassle and the politics out of grant writing. I am your girl for that. If you guys just don't know where to start and you need that extra information, check out my podcast, which is Lady Grant Scribes. We air every Friday at 7:30 to 8. Just check us out. We talk about information on proper structuring, grants, what is the type of bucket funding that you guys need to know about if you're a nonprofit organization. Some of you guys, I know you're struggling in this last quarter here to make funds and to get new ideas for your project. So I'm here to help. So if you need consulting on that, just check out my website at grantsbylexi.now.site. And I would love to consult with you guys, help you on the right path, and to get that grant funding strategy started. A lot of you guys been wheeling the house, twirling those thumbs, been doing it for 20 years, but haven't got a grant writer in your pocket to help you navigate through all the loopholes that there is from federal grants. And there's a misconception that you can't leverage federal grants as a nonprofit organization to get contracts from the government as well on both spectrums. So if you're curious, hit me up at, again, grantsbylexi.now.site, or you can get in contact with me or Charlie. We'll definitely love to point you in the right direction. So Charlie, could you tell the listeners, especially let's say I'm that artist, that independent artist, I write music, I teach kids, or I teach classes. How can I, and I've been in business for a while, over 2 years, how can I get involved with the government and getting contracts and to help me with these great ideas that I have?
So thank you for the question, first of all. But so the thing is, there seems to be a misunderstanding or misconception that because you don't have a lot of experience, or because you deal with art in a sense, that there are not opportunities within the government. And there are many opportunities. You can get grants, you can get government contracts that require or request that you have a program that deals with the community, that teaches the kids. Sometimes they just want to purchase instruments, which is a commodity contract, and you can offer that to them because you have the experience, the expertise, and the means to have these resources sent out to them. There are many different ways to get into contracting, and there are other approaches to grant and funding, right? Another thing is that a lot of businesses are now doing their own business credit, right? Because they need to buy materials, they need to get into things, and sometimes they need to establish a foundation before they get into certain contracts. Not all of them require that, but some of them do. And business credit is a great way to do it. We can help you with that as well. You can get funding, and then you can get in, or you can establish whatever form of structure you need, and get it done, get the ball rolling. And the process may be intimidating if you're doing it alone and you don't understand the language, or you don't understand the documents that are going to be required and why they're required, or where to even begin looking for opportunities. So that's where we come in and we direct you the entire time. And even though there are organization offices out there that can assist you, they're limited because the office hours are between 9 to 5. Then we have high turnover, and then sometimes connections and communication is lost. Whereas you have a direct access to us, and we can literally guide you through the entire process.
Well, that's
and
awesome.
If you have any questions, we always try to answer them.
The entire process, that's awesome, guys, because when you're starting a new business, You need that person to hold your hand and to kind of guide you. So you're not only getting personal guidance on what to do, what to look for, how to structure and make sure that you're successful and ongoing, because your business is always going to be ongoing. Your business don't, when you're independent business, or, you know, you're going to need that help 24/7. So business just doesn't stop when you set your hours at a set time and it stops. It's 24/7. So you need a all working machine working behind you, putting your brand out there, being that muscle for you. And this is something why I partner up with Charlie. So she does that, and she does that immaculately. And she want to make sure that you're on the forefront, that you get the items that you need. So, you know, that is awesome, right? So who wouldn't want to be able to put their business on autopilot with something that you love to do, that you're already doing? So let's face it, we see what's going on in the climate right now, and we don't know really next month if we're going to have something similar. If they don't make a decision soon, we don't know if we're going to have something like, you know, recession like 06, 07 when we seen it, and worser. So it's kind of, we need to start thinking outside the box to get these revenues for us, cash value in our communities. If you're thinking about that nonprofit organization, go ahead and start it now, because you may be the lifeline for your community. Only opportunity is holding you, only thing is holding you back is you from your own opportunity and growth. So don't be a hindrance to yourself. So let's jump on board. If you have questions, we recommend you calling us. Check out the website, go to the Instagram, Facebook. My Instagram is Grants by Lexi. You can reach me there. Again, my website is grantsbylexi.now.site. You can reach me there. Guys, again, you can even hit me up on my Facebook at Lexi Williams. So if you have any question when it comes to contracts, if you have any question when it comes to grants, the misconception is with having a nonprofit organization, people think that, you know, you just run it, you can't run it as a lucrative business. But yes, it can be very lucrative. You can definitely pay yourself a salary in a sense, in reason, and still run the nonprofit organization effectively and leave a legacy for whatever your mission is. And I want to make that guesswork so easy for you, so simple. And you'll be able to go after those grants, but you be prepared, because a lot of nonprofit organizations are failing because they don't have the proper foundation. And so as soon as they're coming up, they're dying because they don't have that. And structure is key. So Charlie, can you tell me,
right?
Yeah,
Foundation
can you
is key.
tell
You
me?
can't have
Mhm.
a wobbly building, right? It's got to be able to stand tall no matter, despite what's going on, you know, on the bottom. And I think that's very important, to be able to make sure you have all the pillars that are important to your business, so that are important to this journey. And, you know, a lot of the time, small business and other organizations, entrepreneurs, they give up or they lose hope because they don't have that guidance, or it's out of their reach, or whatever the case may be. And I just want our community to know, especially, you know, minorities and all of that, that, you know, there's help. We can help you.
Yeah.
Like, you know, we want to help you. We want to see you win. That's what we do. You know what I mean? So,
Yes.
like I said,
Yes, we definitely want to
yeah.
see you guys win. And any female entrepreneurs that's out there, we're building this network where we can build off each other's, because let's face it, and no pun intended, fellas, but women make the world go round. We can handle a lot of stuff. No pun intended, Paul, but we can handle a lot of things and put things in motion. We are self-driven to manage a whole lot of things. And that's why we want to be able to make sure that we are not knocking our sisters' crowns off, but adjusting them and building each other up in business and being that shoulder to cry on and support. So ladies, if you're feeling like you need that support in business and you're a woman entrepreneur and you're looking to build and not be put down, then, you know, reach out to either one of us as well, because we're building a network. And we want to just build and speak life into each other and see our businesses thrive and grow and learn from one another, which is key. So those are some of the building blocks that Charlie does as well when it comes to contracts. These contracts, it's about building blocks and being able to put the key things in place and to strive. And so if you're that new business as well and you don't know what to do to build that business credit, if you need help with that too, we have that in our arsenal as well. So Charlie, can you tell them a little bit about credit and how that also works with the contracts? Because I know also if you don't have enough business experience for contracts, so you at least need a 2 years at least with it. But at the same time, if you have professional experience that's over 2 years, there's ways around that. Could you explain that in credit?
So business credit is really for your working capital for being able to get, the materials needed for specific project or contract. However, there are some RFPs or RFIs that actually allow you to receive a lump sum upfront to be able to purchase the goods and services required to perform the duties of your contract. You also have the possibility of joint venture. If you have someone that's trying to join you or they have the experience that you lack, you guys can go ahead and create a joint venture and pursue that contract together if the chances of you guys joining are greater. For example, my business is considered a service-disabled, veteran-owned small business. They have set-asides for us. I'm also a minority woman-owned business. They have set-asides for us. So it's about joining with someone that's filling in the gaps for you if you don't meet them. There are ways around it. It's not necessarily just the credit. It's about getting all of the information over to you as soon as possible. And it's also about being able to strategically reach out to an organization or to people that know what's required or they understand the process or the project. And a lot of people are confused with the fact that just because they don't have a specific ownership experience, you have work experience, and that means something. And we can do something with that. So it's not, you don't lose value just because you've been doing it by yourself for a very long time. Maybe you didn't do it on a larger scale and somebody else did, and you're service-disabled veteran, or you're minority old, or you're a disadvantaged business. That still puts you ahead of the line with their experience. But do you know the strategy? Like, do you have a strategy in mind? Do you know where to find these things? So that's where we go in and we help you with that. And we get you going, and we'll guide you throughout the way. If you want us to do it for you, we can do it for you as well. It just depends on what your goal is and how fast you want to get there, right? So it depends on your industry, on so many factors, but it's not impossible. And there are contracts for just like water for a tent. I saw one the other day. There was just a white tent. They wanted to rent a white tent for 10 days. You know what I mean? So it just, the money's there, and they want to dedicate these things, this money, these opportunities to minority organizations or just urban areas that need the help, right? And we should be taking advantage of these opportunities. And like I said, music is not excluded from that. It's not this belief that it's just art or it's taken out of the system. No, they're actually trying to reintegrate these things into the school system. So they're reaching out to the communities to fill in the gap. And that's where we assist you with it, because not everyone understands the process.
Right. And the process is tedious.
It can be right. There can be assistance.
So the process is tedious, guys. You do need someone to walk you through it, but we're here to do that so that you can get to be lucrative and start making the money that you want to see in your business. Even with getting your certifications, if you need help in getting your Women's Disadvantaged Business certification, we can do that. Hub Zone, 8A. So when you need help with those are different requirements, and you have to know what you need. And we're not limited in, I'm out of Texas, so we're not just limited to 2 states. If you need our help, we global with it. We can help you. So, Paul, did you have any questions?
No, I was just letting you talk to the audience out there about what you know about grants and contracts.
Okay.
And if that's pretty much it,
So what do you see? Yeah. So what do you see in your state with businesses and the trends in your area? So what are some of the extra things that you do? Because you can get a contract with the things that you do.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, as you know, that's about all I do is interview people. So I don't know, that would be kind of hard for me to answer that question. But
So I asked that just to say, yeah, it's that simple, right? Charlie, you interview people, but you're also offering services for businesses. We're a business on here, entrepreneurs. You're giving them a platform with social media, media outlets to, you know, put their business out there, their content out there to the masses to be able to help them. So best believe there's contracts out there for that as well. So.
yeah.
For everything.
Well, I appreciate you spending time there. Is there anything else you want to add before we end here?
I just want to make sure that everyone has my contact information. So I just want to I'd like to give it out again.
Okay.
My number is 302-442-2009. And my email is charlie@broadcontracts.com, and it's spelled CHARLIE.
Okay.
All right. And I am Alexis Williams. You can find me at grantsbylexi.now.site. You can hit me on Instagram at grantsbylexi, and you can call me at 214-994-9452.
Okay. Well, I appreciate you ladies coming on and spending a few minutes with us talking about grants and contracts. I know everybody will be giving you a call, or you go into your email address or web address or whatever and contact you very soon. And
I have a surprise, like for every listener, because it is about artists. And you know, the last time I was on here, I was with my company, A Dynasty Entertainment. So for every person that comes on Paul's show as an artist and talk about music, you have to come on the show. He will let me know. And then guys, I have an opportunity for you guys to be able to audition for a chance to be accepted on BET Awards for 2023 show. So you got to hear, but you got to let us know that you listened in. You got to give us a call, and you also got to be interviewed by Paul to be able to get that opportunity to audition. So, and if you win, hey, A Dynasty Entertainment sent you to BET 2023.
okay. Well, I appreciate you adding that. Yeah, I appreciate that adding that, Alexis. And
you're welcome. Thank you for the interview.
In the interview, we got a little video here that explains even more about it, and we're going to get to that in just a second. But again, thank you too for coming on the show, and maybe one day we'll have Alexis back on here for another interview once he gets some more material. So
both of us, hopefully both of us.
Yes, both of us. We'd love to be back. So thank you so much for the opportunity.
Yeah, you can come back too, Charlie. We'd love to have you. Okay, so let's go to that video right here, and don't go away. We'll be right back.